streets are on fire. I'll make you jump like you touched a live wire. Ain't no sitting down when I get in the zone. Just give me my crown, let the king take his throne.
How are you, everyone? For the national industrial development, it is very important to train and supply excellent manpower. To this end, the government establishes and operates the K-TVET system. At the early stage of the K-TVET system, the focus is on providing more training to quickly foster insufficient manpower. That is, the attention is paid to how much vocational training services are provided. However, along with the increasing vocational training services, quality issues arise. In this era of rapid technological changes, it has become crucial to provide high-quality vocational training services in a timely manner. Before starting the presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lauren Shobeck, a professor of the Korea Polytechnics. I have experiences more than 22 years in conducting various training programs related to Tibet as well as on-site consulting. Please left the screen on the details. Once again, I'm truly delighted to meet you even though it's online. We will review the main characteristics of Korean K-TVET quality assurance step by step. In the planning stage, as you can see on the screen, 8 items are given high priority. First, goals and objectives of K-TVET are described for the medium and long term and linked to the country's sustainable development goals, also taking into account environmental sustainability considerations. Second, targets are established are monitored through specific indicators. Third, mechanisms and procedures have been established to identify the training needs of the labor market and society. For the remaining items, please refer to the content on the screen due to time constraints. This time, let's look at the main characteristics of the implementation phase together. Korea's K-TVET quality assurance gives us high priority to 5 items in the implementation stages, such as screens. First, implementation plans include consideration of the resources required, the capacity of the users and the tools, and guidelines needed for support. Second, guidelines and standards have been devised for implementation at different levels. These guidelines and standards include assessment, validation, and certification of qualifications. Third, a national and regional quality assurance framework has been devised and includes guidelines and quality standards at the K-TVET provider level to promote continuous improvement and self-regulation. For the remaining items, please refer to the content on the screen due to time limitation. And this time, we will look at the characteristics of Korea's K-TVET quality assurance in the evaluation stage. As shown in the screen, in the evaluation stage, 8 items are given high priority. First, a methodology for evaluation have been devised covering internal and external evaluation. Second, stakeholders, in particular students and the employer's involvement in the monitoring and evaluation process is secured and clearly described. Third, Early warning systems are implemented, including those that monitor trainees' participation. For the remaining items, please refer to the contents on the screen due to time constraints. Lastly, let's look at the characteristics of Korea's TVET quality assurance in the review stage. As shown in the screen, the review step gives us 3 items of high priority. First, procedures, mechanisms, and instruments for undertaking reviews are defined and used to improve the quality of provision at all organizational levels. Second, processes are regularly reviewed and the action plan for change devised. Systems are adjusted accordingly. Third, information on outcomes of evaluation is publicly available. Among the high priority of the review stage described above, I'll explain the case of Korea, where information related to the evaluation result is disclosed to the public. The evaluation results are displayed on the HRDNet, and the report is published annually and disclosed to the general public. HRDNet is a vocational training website operated by the Ministry of Employment and Labor. HRDNet supports stable and efficient administrative work related to Job Center of the Ministry of Employment and Labor, Local Center, and the Vocational Competency Development Project, such as training courses, trainees, and training costs at training institutions. In addition, HRDNet provides various vocational competency development information and free learning content through the website and the mobile services, playing a role as Korea's key vocational competency knowledge portal suitable for the lifelong learning system. Those who want to receive training can access HRDNet and research for a suitable training course using various search conditions such as regions, field, and periods. We have looked at the characteristics of Korean TVET quality assurance in general so far, and through this, we can derive 2 key takeaways such as the left side of the screen. Firstly, Korea TVET emphasizes quality from planning through evaluation, and quality assurance results directly impact funding. Second, the recognition of prior learning called RPL is an important feature of TVET. RPL is a representative system that supports the influx of adult learners such as incumbents to colleges and successful re-education and continuing learning. In Korea, the revision of the Higher Education Act in 2018 made it possible to extend the application of RPL to general universities including Korea Polytechnics and junior colleges. Although it is not officially named as RPL, the industry had led the qualification examination injection system for completing TVET courses, credit recognition for qualification acquisition, accredited technician system, TVET course evaluation and certification, and recently Master High School graduates. A system such as a graduate certification system is being used. Despite of these positive efforts, the Korean RPL system is still in its early stages of development. It is currently difficult for individuals or companies to approach training and RPL in a systematic and integrated manner. it is noted by the Korean authorities that to further strengthen the lifelong TVET system in its career development is linked at all levels of life, school, and the labor market, and the learning and work need to be more flexible connected. The OECD defined the quality assurance as any activity that is concerned with assessing and improving the merit or the worth of a development intervention or its compliance with given standards. Thus, the quality assurance in TVET refers to any activities to assess whether the training institutions, programs, and courses meet the standards and to provide feedbacks for improvement. Here we can see the accreditations and the quality assurance which we discussed earlier are inextricably linked. In order for a training institution to continuously provide high-quality vocational training services to customers, it should be its own quality assurance management system called QAMS. The QAMS is a system designed and developed to provide guidelines to set valid and reliable quality controls in place with a view to having reasonable quality assurance that education and trainings are conducted. The diagram on the screen shows the relationship between the accreditation and the quality assurance. Through the accreditation of TVET, we can guarantee good training quality to consumers, and through the quality assurance of TVET, we be able to keep the initially accredited criteria. Therefore, the accreditation and the quality assurance are not separate elements. They are more like two sides of the same coin. This time, let's watch a short video clip.
I'll take the thumb.
Are you kidding me?
Diddly diddly
Wow.
dum. Diddly diddly dum.
Did you see it? The doctor in this video is different from doctors in the past who only focused on giving the injections. This doctor cares about children. We call this customer-oriented. In the past, TVET was more supplier-centered than customer-centered. Now it must transform itself to be completely consumer-oriented, and for that, accreditation and quality assurance of TVET are very important. The left side of the screen shows 7 quality opportunities. This means that we must emphasize the end-to-end process and innovation to ensure quality. Of these, number 1, utilize the data to inform performance measurement and demonstrate impact has a high priority. Let's take a look at Korea's case in this regard. As I mentioned in the governance session, Korea government established the Korea Employment Information Service called KACE. The KACE is an agency affiliated with the Ministry of Employment and Labor that is responsible for the production and analysis of employment information, providing career guidance and job information, support for employment services, and operation of the National Employment Information Network such as the WorkNet. In particular, the Vocational Training Information Network called HRDNet, managed and operated by KACE, manages information on all TVET institutions, courses, and trainees. In TVET quality management process, vocational training related database of HRDNet is used as a very important data. If you look at the most common review process of collective training, the course application is made through HRDNet after the notice. After that, basic requirements such as qualifications for application, basic programming requirements, and the mandatory criteria review are conducted. Then, the most important training course conformative assessment is conducted. The main content of the assessment is the application restriction field, course suitability, and performance efficacy. If you all of these, you will apply for the training fee to operate the course, and the final selected course will be announced after deliberation. The procedure for participating in TVET is first, registration of training institutions using the HRDNet evaluation system. Fill out an application form and submit it to the Employment Center. Second is a training agency certification assessment. We conduct institutional soundness and competency evaluation for new institutions and performance holding institutions. Third, the training process screening. The integrated examination of corrective training, specialized training, and remote training are screened. Fourth, training course operation. You will apply for training fee after the report of training course implementation, changes during operation, and completion. Fifth, the evaluation of graduates. On-site evaluation is conducted for training courses of 40 hours or more for 1 year, from 1st of February to 31st of January next year. HRD Korea, which is in charge of supporting vocational training for employers, installed a Training Quality Promotion Center to regularly monitor TVET and market trends and conduct TVET HRD research and analysis and regularly monitoring for each training project. In addition, the illegal training market alarm operated by the Training Quality Promotion Center is issued by marking the training risk index as training signal light through the analysis of the training market trends. The risk index for training signals is divided into quantified and non-quantified, and the training alarm is weighted for each risk index so that employees can easily fill it in green, yellow, and red, and the follow-up measures are taken if necessary. Many European countries have introduced and been operating accreditation and assessment system for TVET institutions to improve the quality of vocational training, and Korea is not an exception. Korean government established the KSQA in April 2015 under the Ministry of Employment and Labor and built the integrated quality assurance system to examine and evaluate vocational training and the job competency development project. KSQA is an organization dedicated to quality control of TVET in Korea. Here, we approve the training institution and manage the quality of training. We manage all government-funded training programs, including the Employment Insurance Fund, and amassing training participation information of about 4 million people, which is equivalent to 8% of the total population. Through independent evaluation of vocational training institutions and courses, we support transparent execution of training budgets and process and analyze accumulated vast amount of TVET information, contributing to the quantitative and qualitative improvement of training courses. To perform the main functions related to accreditation and assessment of the TVET, KSQA has 5 centers: Center for Training Organization Assessment, Center for Collective Training Evaluation, Center for Distance Training Evaluation, Center for Training Performance Assessment, and Center for Illegal Training Administration. 3 centers, Center for Training Organization Assessment, Center for Collective Training Evaluation, and Center for Distance Training Evaluation are related to the accreditation of TVET. And the 2 centers, Center for Training Performance Assessment and Center for Illegal Training Administration, are related to quality assurance of TVET. TVET accreditation and quality assurance are interdependent, not separated. As mentioned in previous slide, in this era of rapid technological changes, it has become crucial to provide high-quality vocational training services in a timely manner. Accordingly, accreditation and the quality assurance system of TVET plays a key role. Thus, Europe and Korea, where private TVET is well developed, have established and been actively operating the accreditation and quality assurance system of TVET. Currently, the institution in charge of overall quality management of Korea vocational training is the Korea Skill Quality Authority, called KSQA. I have prepared a video clip introducing KSQA so that you can understand the Korea's TVET quality assurance system. Finally, let's watch the KSQA introduction video clip.
Healthier dreams build a healthier world. Great passion leads to brilliant hope. A fairer society. We are building a Korea with greater anticipation for tomorrow. I am the Korean Skills Quality Authority. Korean Skills Quality Authority, established in 2015 for comprehensive quality management of job competency development, has worked strenuously as a specialized evaluator in leading job competency development under the slogan of fair evaluation and job competency for mutual growth. The KSQA has built systematic circulation, including fair and objective evaluations and systematic training, promoting quality training and rooting out fraudulent training programs. We also strive to create a bright future for development of nationwide job competencies by, for example, strengthening national competitiveness and building a competency-based society. The KSQA opens up fairer markets for job competency training. We evaluate training organizations fairly. so that any Korean citizen can receive quality job training. Comprehensive assessments of organizational health and training capacity is performed before authorizing training organizations to receive national support, which will keep job competency standards high. Training evaluations carefully assess training content and methods to select training courses, such as the National Competency Standard, NCS, suited for local and industrial demand. This is an effort to enable quality job training for every citizen of Korea. Trainee evaluation assesses training performance and resulting job competency of trainees who finish training courses designed for NCS, thereby supporting training organizations in their efforts to provide quality training. We keep the job training markets fair through fraud investigations, analysis of job training big data, and training on how to prevent fraudulent activity. We also assess for duplicate vocational training operations to ensure national funds are well spent. Lastly, the KSQA listens to training organizations and trainees, leading in the development of national job competency through public services and quality evaluation. The KSQA promises a brighter tomorrow, setting fairness and trust, communication and cooperation, customer orientation, and professionalism as our core values. We will continue to increase our value as a specialized evaluation organization leading in the development of national job competency while strengthening national competitiveness. Skilled talent creates a better tomorrow, creating a job training environment that develops skills. That's what we do at KSQA.
Thank you for listening to my presentation so far. Shukran.